Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back to Mert Mart. Restop Mert. I show pizza in my face. Let's fucking go. You guys ready? So, I may have done a little bit of grinding off screen. I might, perhaps, have made some money. Perhaps. And we might be ready to buy this soon. Because we can't be broke. We can't be we can't get that corner and be absolutely broke. That's poor financial planning. And we don't do that here. Did I bring enough for the class? Absolutely not. This is my pizza and I'm not sharing. You can't make me. It's mine. Alright, let's get the shit loaded up. Let's go. Yeet. Hell yeah. We got a system. You can't do that to me. That's my superpower. Alright. 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 You guys want some, like... I wonder if I can find, like, other music that's not gonna get me copyright infringed. I wonder if I can get away with this. You guys hear that? Does that work? Can you guys hear it? I don't know if it's coming through. Hold on, let me double check that it's coming through for you guys. It looks like it's coming through for you. Oh, I lost my mouse. Alright. I make it so it's quiet enough. Alright, there we go. Hell yeah. Alright. Game music. Play games. Blech. The Mert Mart music kept getting me copyright struck, so I'm wondering if, like, maybe this won't. We can take the disc out of a GameCube and still play. Oh, that's hilarious. So, like, it would load up and then it would just stay loaded. That's cool. There's an Animal Crossing movie? What? I had no idea there was an Animal Crossing movie. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's full. I think the Animal Crossing music is some of the best written music ever. Like, it's so well done. It's so good. Like, it's just perfect for what it is. Wonderful. I could probably find it. I just didn't know what is it called? Is it just called Animal Crossing the movie? How long is it? I need to know. This is all information I very much need. Oh, people were also asking about Star Trek. Star Trek is starting on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's called Star Trek Endurance, and I will be playing the no-nonsense captain. I will also be producing. Yeah, or it's called Animal Crossing the movie, or whatever the Japanese title is. That's fair enough. Alright, are you guys done? Are you guys not done? What's going on here? Oh my god, we need kiwis. I'll need a little bit of kiwi in our lives. How much coffee will I drink? In regards to what? I don't drink coffee. I did get some stuff to make White Russians, but I don't make White Russians like White Russians. I more make like a mocha Russian. And I don't use vodka. I use dark rum or white rum. This time I use dark rum instead. And there's no Kahlua in Canada anymore, because Kahlua is an American brand. How much coffee? Oh, how much coffee will my Star Trek captain drink? I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and find out. Are you guys done? Oh, they're done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Is the audio balance good? Please let me know. Sometimes the cheese just goes. Okay, so also the border trade stuff between Canadian provinces. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. There are really strict like tax rules and stuff between the provinces in Canada. And it's really fucking annoying, and it really kind of sucks, and it sucked for a long time. And it hasn't been changed in a really, really, really long time, right? Right? So, okay. Because of the Trump tariffs, one of the responses of the liberal-led, I should say, the liberal-led government, so Carney, under Carney right now, is to eliminate those trade barriers. And that's huge. And so there's a lot of reasons why that is crazy. And I think it's good. And Trump being the best thing to have happened to Canada is very funny to me. I should just order 5. We go through onions like crazy in this house. So right now you can't, there's like trade between the provinces is really fucking annoying and expensive. So you're not gonna get wine or cheese from one province in another province. So the trade limits being removed between Canada, like between the Canadian provinces, means that I'm gonna have access to Quebec cheese, and I'm gonna get so fat off of Quebec cheese, and I am not sorry. And I'll do it again. I'm so excited. I want to do like a wine tasting and charcuterie board with a bunch of fucking cheese and wine that I've never had from like different provinces. Oh man, I want to do it so bad. And it'd be so good. It's a half an hour long. Okay, thanks. If you're gonna get fat, you want... I'll be like the little Pillsbury Doughboy. Ooh. Ah. So basically, I want to do like a big wine cheese tasting with like some like fresh bread and stuff, and like I don't know, I could film it. I'll get some craft singles. No, no, not the plastic cheese. But I could order some. Like I could get some, pay for it, bring it to my house, get my camera rolling, and have my mom come over, and we'll just taste test different wines and cheeses that we've never had because we didn't get them in our province. What do you guys think? You think that would be fun? Would watch Chesh eat cheese and drink wine. And we'll like compare them and like talk about them and like, oh, this one's good. Oh, I don't like this one. Oh, this one's got this. Oh, that one's got that. As long as we're getting drunk together. Hey, yo, fair. We'll like, see if I can get like 4 cheeses and 2 bottles of wine. Thunderfoot's latest Musk video is a banger. I watched a video recently by Cosmic Skeptic talking about how he got really turned off by Thunderfoot's way of talking about women. Did Thunderfoot move away from the woke shit? Did he like move away from like the anti-woke content? I know his videos about Musk are usually good, regardless, but I'm just curious. Science illiterate leftists finally learning that Musk was always shitty. Yeah, I know. Like, how vindicated do, like, fucking 30% of lefties feel about fucking Elon Musk being absolute garbage? I'm simply, about Thunderfoot, I'm just not as familiar. Wait, was it Cosmic Skeptic? Yeah, it was Cosmic. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Cosmic. It was genetically modified Skeptic. It wasn't Alex. It was Drew. Sorry, I got them backwards. Thunderfoot used to do anti-SJW content, which was pretty good. I didn't notice any anti-woman slant on it, but maybe he did, and I just didn't see it. Yeah, that's it. I've not seen any videos to do with it. The only ones you watch were the Musk ones, and they're usually... Yeah, his Musk content is usually pretty good. He was doing anti-creationist content around the same time. Yeah. He was... Yeah. Well, I'll, I want to see the video. I try not to discriminate based on... I was just curious if you guys had noticed that or not. I just saw Drew say a thing in a video, and I was curious if you guys noticed that at all. If he had that lilt or not. You posted it and educate. Oh, awesome, thanks. I'll definitely take a look at it after I'm done. Mert Martin, after I'm done building the greatest empire to corporate greed and one of the biggest problems that it costs money to eat food. Alright, I'll go to the store. Let's go. By the end of this stream, we will have that corner. I promise you. Soon I'll be allowed to discriminate. Yeah, if the conservatives get in, discrimination, make discrimination legal again. Oh my fucking god. Thunderfoot announced he was leaving the skeptic community because the other anti-SJW people were often turning out to be lunatics like Sargon. That sounds like he should stay in the community and be the reasonable person. And be like, hi, I'm the one reasonable skeptic. That would be a really funny YouTube channel name. The one reasonable skeptic. Somebody do that. That'd be great. That sounds wonderful. I love that. God, I love this music. I love this music so much. One of my favorites. Hey, Agamotto, good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. How you doing? Welcome to Mert Mart, where you shop smart. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. We're vibing. We chilling. Him and Amazing Atheist seem solidly left. Sargon, Armored Skeptic. Atheism is unstoppable went the other way. Yeah, I think there's like this right-wing pipeline, but I also think that there's like there's a problem with women. And, like, it doesn't really surprise me that angry, yelly men on the internet have problems with women. Like, like, I'm not surprised by this, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't make it okay, it just means I don't find it surprising. And, like, I also try not to be like, oh, you said something insensitive towards women, and it was like, you were kidding. Like, yeah, I don't tend to take... I don't tend to take things too personally most of the time. I did have fun with that one guy that came in and started saying dumb shit in my chat. about the conservatives. The conservatives are really bad. I shouldn't say the conservatives. The aggressive right-wing extremists are really bad at women, first off, and they're really bad at convincing people to vote for them. They're just belligerent. They're just like, if you don't agree with me, I'm going to say you're woke. And then I'm gonna tell you need to wake up. And I'm like, huh? Huh? Prima Nocta. He doesn't know what that means. He thinks it's related to vampires. I'm seriously, I don't think Trump can read. Like, I think that he definitively cannot read cursive. For sure he can't read cursive. But I have a sneaking suspicion that he has the reading, he's like at a reading level of like a 6th grader. If not lower. Like, this man would never pass a literacy test. Like, never in a million years. I gave that challenge to Erin, actually. The company, I told her to do a literacy test on, I told her to do a literacy test on stream. Like, a grade 10 literacy test. To see if she could pass it. Cause I was like, I bet you won't pass. And she wouldn't do it, because she's a coward. She also knows she won't pass a literacy test. If she passes a literacy test, like, legitimately online, I would probably even be willing to fucking, let her do an open book. Like, do it open book. Like, do the literacy test, have your computer or your laptop open to help you find answers when you need them, right? And if you succeed, if you pass the literacy test, I'll shave my fucking head. The whole thing. But she's gotta do it on stream. And she's not allowed to look at chat for answers. Actually, to be fair, her chat probably wouldn't help her. They'd be useless. You know what? Never mind. You can have chat. 208! Let's go! One, 2, 3, 4, 50, 60, 70. There you go. Just turn on the lights. Perfect change. You get a stamp. I would 100% give people discounts on stuff if they pay in cash. In perfect change. You pay in cash and you pay me in perfect change, I will give you... I'll give you a punch card. That guy's having a good day. Hell yeah. 50, 75, 86. I need a mop! Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. People are shitting all over my floor. There's a demon in the basement jizzing directly upwards through the floorboards. Okay, that's good enough. Get out of my way. Put that back up. Yahoo! She's on her way over there. That's good. Bald goblin chicks are hot. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, it's not really any skin off of my back, you know what I mean? It's only hair off my head. It'll grow back. I'm not worried about it. She wouldn't do it, though. She wouldn't take the offer, so... Oh well. What a shame. She has every opportunity to prove me wrong. And, end those allegations of illiteracy, and she's just like, no, fam. I'd rather be presumed illiterate. I mean, not even presumed. Like, it is very clear she's illiterate, right? Like, we all know this. Get in the store, lady. Can you walk, like, a little bit faster, please? Thank you. Good God. It's nighttime. I would like to... What? Excuse me? I didn't do that. I clicked it and it got stuck. That's hilarious. Okay, alright. It's fine. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's pennies now and I'm mad about it. Take a literacy test. And well, she has to pass the literacy test. Are you willing to help her study? Smitty, are you willing to help her study to make sure she passes so I have to shave my head? She does not understand correct reasoning, calling logical fallacies stupid. Yeah, she doesn't. She's super mad. She is proud of her ignorance and frowns and mocks any type of education. Or any type of, like, intelligence. So it's like, you can tell, like, it's, when people do that, it's usually an inferiority thing. And, like, Erin is obviously feels very, very, inferior to Manya, which is, you know, fair because Manya's better than she is. I mean, maybe Erin is just setting her goals too high, you know what I mean? Like, her expectations of herself are too high, and she needs to, like, get a hold of herself. To stop making that everybody else's fault. Like, it's okay. Understand that you suck, and that's okay. Isn't that the whole premise of her channel? We all suck sometimes, and some more than others, and like, we can work on it and be better, and do that then, Erin. Do that thing. Don't just sell, produce! Help her study if she agrees to board up the boob window! Oh, the savagery today, good God. We all feel inferior to Manya. Well, we all are inferior to Manya. Be like Chesh, have a bar so low, you'll know you'll be disappointed. Listen, the bar for me just doesn't exist. Manya is even better than you, and that's a high bar to leap. Well, that's kind of you to say about me, but yeah, Manya is better than I am, for sure. Manya is 100% a better person than I am. I'm a fucking terrible person. Yeah, she's a limbo champion. She doesn't have to bend backward. Yeah, I just run under, like... I like that the Conservative Party, the thing that we ended on stream today with was the Conservative Party's like, make racial slurs legal again. Whoa, the party of make slurs legal again is fucking great. One product found expensive. Oh, I didn't do the prices. Athens! This is your fault! You didn't do the pricing at all. Whoops. Woohoo! Yaha! Yeah, you think? I blame this is Athens' fault, 100%. You had one job. Are racial slurs illegal? I thought it was about actual discrimination, not general racism. So it's one of those things where you have to go a little bit further than just saying a racial slur. Right, so like if you were to say the bad F word for gay to a gay person, you probably would not get in trouble, right? But if you were to continuously say the bad word for gay to a gay person over and over and over again and not let them leave the scenario in which you are continuously like shouting a slur at them, then it would be in violation. Because it's about hate speech, not just the word, and just the word alone does not constitute hate speech. It has to be a little bit more than that. Which was the thing that Jordan Peterson was saying. Jordan Peterson was like, if I say he instead of she, I'm going to get arrested. And it's like, I think you're going to get arrested for something else first, but, you know, whatever. Malpractice, for example. Thank God he stopped taking clients, like, decades ago. That man got, like, bullied. He got bullied out of the University of Toronto because the students were like, fuck this guy. Fucking 10 out of 10. I don't think Jordan Peterson is ever gonna come back to Canada. He was forced to do, like, training and shit, too. Like, he didn't win his appeal. You guys remember I talked about that he was appealing the board's decision? Yeah, his appeal was rejected. And then he decided to appeal the judge's rejection of his appeal, and that got rejected, too. So, he's not allowed to do... He's not allowed to do psychology, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a license anymore, or at least his license is currently suspended. I think that's why he fled to America. Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't just leave Canada because he wanted to. I think he left America because he had to, because if he had stayed, he would have, like... There would have been, like, some greater consequences. I'm not sure, I'm speculating. I don't know, that's just my, my speculation on that one, but... Wouldn't mind him not being Canadian if he had not come here. Hey, stop picking through our trash. Oh, there's a whole thing that fucking... Oh, so I didn't talk about this today because I was like, it wasn't really important to what we were discussing and the Canada stuff. But Russell Brand finally got charged with sexual assault. Finally? Like, after sexual... Like, it is a fact, like a well-known fact that he was driving around and had to pick up his girlfriend from high school. Like, his girlfriend was in high school. Like, this is not, like, a subtle thing that people didn't know about him. And so he's, like, trying to lean on a bunch of, like, fucking rhetoric and shit and be like, discrimination, it's the deep state attacking me because they don't like my ideas, blah, 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 blah. But it's, like, well-known that, like, it's been a well-known thing that he's been doing this for years. So, like, it completely is fucking stupid. But, finally, but you'll never guess who decided to poke their fucking head out and speak in defense of him. This is after, by the way, when the allegations first were, starting to float around again about him. Of course, like, Elon Musk and fucking people came out to speak on his behalf. But, and Andrew Tate also did. But recently, with the charge recently, Tim Pool has come out to speak on his behalf, like support him. And guess who else? Wife beater Steven Crowder. And the funny part about Steven Crowder is Steven Crowder's trying to sound reasonable about it. He's trying to sound like, well, you know, blah, blah, like come up with his whole fucking thing. I'm not gonna go over the whole thing here. We'll talk about it later, I'm sure. But like, he tried to come up with this whole ass fucking thing, and it's just like, wow. Wonderful. I did see also, yes, that Erin put out a new video and she decided, I guess she got angry at the fact that I pointed out that she's wearing black literally every day, like she's in fucking mourning for her brain cells. Because she decided to wear a color underneath a black thing. And I'm like, it's really funny. It's really, you know, it's really sad. That's pathetic, dude. It's really sad. Like, come on. I have a lot of control over Erin's life. It's bizarre. She takes everything I say, like, very much to heart, and it's like, stop that. Wearing black every day is fine if you like black. Not that rare, really. Yeah, right. But her branding is all pink. Her branding is all bright colors. And she used to wear a lot of bright colors. And she stopped. Because she's wearing black because it's a subtle brain thing. Not because she just wants to wear black. She's wearing black as like a... like, subconsciously not noticing that she's got like... She's absolutely miserable. And it's amusing. All the colors have concentrated on her clown mask. Brandon, DiCaprio being bros. One thing, at least with Leonardo DiCaprio, he dates he dates women that are way younger than him, but at least they're adults. You know what I mean? Like, they're adults. Brand was dating, like, teenagers that were still in high school. Like, at least DiCaprio is ensuring that whoever he's, like, porking around with is an adult. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you're graduating high school at 18. You're not in high school at 18. We're talking, like, 14-year-olds. DiCaprio dates fucking 20-year-olds, from my understanding. Mr. Rossetti. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's consent issues, but I'm sure there's like red flags with DiCaprio. I just don't think those two things are comparable. I think that they're just different things. Not that they're not bad. They could both be bad things. I don't know. I don't know really much about Leonardo DiCaprio's relationships. It's the same with, like, Nicolas Cage. Like, Nicolas Cage's wife right now is, like, super duper young, and that's really normalized in America. Like, it's in a lot of media. So, like, for example, have you guys ever watched the movie Nine Yards? The Whole 9 Yards. It's the movie that's got Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Where Bruce Willis was like a hitman and Matthew Perry moves in next door, and his ex-wife, or his wife that he's trying to get a divorce, Bruce Willis's wife is like trying to get away from him and ends up like at Matthew Perry's house, and like he's just like a regular salary man getting caught up in like a bunch of like, it's a comedy. It's it's like an action comedy. I enjoyed it. It's really good. But I haven't watched it in a long time, so maybe it's got problems, but it's been a long time since I watched it. But they made and like there's like another younger girl that is Matthew Perry's he's a dentist, I think. That Matthew Perry's like assistant is like really hot and she's got the hots for Bruce Willis. And at the end of the movie, like, there's a second movie, and in the second movie, Matthew Perry is married to Bruce Willis's ex-wife, is his neighbor's ex-wife, and Bruce Willis is married to the hot young receptionist. But like the age gap between the fucking the receptionist and Bruce Willis are like is crazy, and there's clearly like an issue with like the power dynamic in their relationship, and like they actually make it a bit of an issue in the second movie, which is called The Whole 10 Yards. I feel like I need to rewatch them now. Hey Landon, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Did you enjoy the one dumb motherfucker thinking they had an opinion and them getting absolutely nowhere? And then them running away because they didn't know how to cite a... they didn't know how to put a citation in? That was funny. I thought it was funny. Cite the paper. Just put the title... Like, it's not hard. All you have to... if you can't put a link, all you have to do is put the title of the paper. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, latitude, and number of penguins impacted by the Agent Orange tariffs. The fact that he's tariffing uninhabited places is pretty fucking funny. That is pretty fucking stupid. You know, it's not the most important thing, but I do think it's something that people can use to easily highlight the absolute stupidity of what's going on. Abject, bald stupidity. I've been posting that, like, the Emperor's not wearing any clothes. It's like, I feel like that's where we're at. I love the rainy day music, man. No, you cite my sources for me. Yeah. Citation 80. What is it? KJV get number? Oh, fucking kills me, man. That's so funny. Yeah, Landon, I was thinking about doing a video which or like at least one stream, if not more than one stream, of having my mom come over, because the trading between provinces is going away. So I was thinking about doing a stream with my mom where we get a charcuterie board with a bunch of cheese from other provinces that we've never had because we didn't have access to those cheeses. So from Quebec, for example, so Quebec cheese in Ontario grocery stores, and then getting some wine. We're getting like maybe 4 cheeses and 2 wines and wine tasting and tasting some of the cheeses and doing a stream talking about it. Sadly, I understand their math and was able to reproduce Trump's chart within rounding errors. TLDR, the headings at the top of the chart, NOR, no, oh sorry, the headings at the top of the chart, nor the White House claims do not match the data. Would you be willing to do like a chat with me where you kind of walk through the math? Understanding math is not very patriotic. You're killing me today. You would be willing to do that? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Do that on a Saturday. I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week open. If you want to do it earlier. If you'd rather do it later, I've got the 20th, the week of the 20th to the 26th open. Also, if we want to do it in April. This week is... I could do tomorrow if you happen to have tomorrow open. Or this Saturday. So the 12th. Or the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, or the 16th. Any of those days. I'll type it in so you can see as well. Next week is easier. So 12th to 16th is open. So that would be next week. Any of those days I can do. I could also do the following Saturday, but I think we want to leave that open just in case Mania can't do the 18th for Volcano. Do you guys want to hear about my lawful evil cleric? Of whomst I am very proud. April 15th. Yeah, that's Tuesday. That's next Tuesday. Yeah, that works for me. What time and time zone? I'm free all day. I'm free all day on Tuesday. If you want, we can also duo stream it where it goes to my regular channel and it goes to the Debate Hub. I'm doing my part. That might be a good idea because it kind of goes in line with what I've been talking about on my regular channel. Whatever. My fucking goober channel. My channel full of goobers. Goobs! We goobin'. McGroobin. I feel like that should be the name of the goblin, is McGroobin. The last name. If you're gonna be increasing your calories from French cheese, you could always burn them off with beets. I haven't done Beat Saber in ages. I did take up a little bit of jogging, and then I was starkly reminded why I don't run, and it's because my ankles are made of tissue paper. Wet fucking tissue paper. I was able to jog for like half of a week, and my fucking ankles are killing me. So I bought some elastic bandages, like tensor wraps. So in a couple of days, I'm gonna go back to doing that, but I'm waiting for my ankles to finish recovering. It's just like, I forgot. My ankles are shit and my arches are too high. Gotta burn off all the bread and cheese. Would you have invited Johnny D to have a chat if he had, to have a chat? Yeah, absolutely. Of course I would. Yeah, if he wants to have a conversation. I feel like he might need to prove that he is capable of having a conversation first, and he clearly seems not to be able to do that. But I'd give him a shot. I'm a nice goblin. Yeah, for sure. 4 p.m. show at 4:30. Yep. Yeah. I can absolutely do that. Do you want to do the 2 p.m.? That would be the first one. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern? Oh, no, sorry, this is 2 p.m. Pacific. So that would be 5 p.m. Yes, yeah, 5 p.m. works. Yes. 5 p.m. works for me. I can do that. Jordan's supposed to be coming on. Also, he's gonna talk Canada versus America. That'll be I hate you. 1 penny. Ugh. Get out of here. I'm so mad that there's pennies now. I had to turn the light on. That's a lot of green beans. Are you okay? Okay, I struggled with this for like an hour on one of the days trying to find out why the fuck there were pennies in my store. And first off, the first thing you need to know, it is not my pricing. Because I read through out loud my list of prices of the entire store twice. Alright? The reason is because the produce is done by weight. And so because the produce is done by weight, regardless of what I set it to, if they don't have a full pound, it rounds. It goes by weight. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm so upset. I just am so mad. I almost cried. Need a Canadian to remove the pennies. I tried, alright? I didn't have pennies in the store until produce started, and there's nothing I can do about it. If I was Steve, I'd say something stupid like this is my choice was taken away, and that is somehow the equivalent of being assaulted. Good thing I'm not stupid. Stop selling produce! I can't stop selling produce! That's not how the game works! If I stopped selling produce, like, I could, like, what you could do is if you're playing the game in the future, what you could do is not buy the license for produce, and then you'd be fine. Once you have it, you're locked in, man. You can't not. Because then it's nothing but, oh, I couldn't find this product, I couldn't find this product, I couldn't find this product, and like then you're... I mean, I guess I could, and then my store goes to shit. That's no good. That's no bueno. Round up to the nearest nickel, donate the pennies to impoverished American children. Yeah, really. Won't get produce. Yeah, if you don't want pennies, don't get the produce. $1. I still get weirded out by the dollar being in the bill category. That's not normal. There's something wrong with America. Like, just fundamentally, like, not okay. We used to have $2 bills. We don't have $2 bills. We have loonies and toonies. We don't have pennies anymore. Our bills are made out of, like, machine washable plastic. And are really difficult to fabricate. Oops. 47. I think having okay. So electric bikes are a thing now, right? And so are like mopeds are kind of cool. So I feel like building cities that are more around bikes and mopeds is a pretty good idea. Like that seems like a pretty solid fucking thing to do. I left my lights on too long. Gotta wait for these people to leave. Get the fuck out. You have an electric bike with a bike trailer? That's so cool. I can walk to this grocery store from where I'm at, but it's not the grocery store that I prefer to go to. The grocery store I prefer to go to, I guess I could walk? It would be like an hour and a half. Hour 45? I'm just thinking about how long it would take me to walk. So, like, I could do it, but I really probably wouldn't want to do... I'd probably take the bus. And, like, it depends on how many people I'm shopping for. If I'm doing the grocery shopping for the house, I don't think I'd be able to carry everything back, even with my little wheelie bag that I have. But if I'm only grocery shopping for me, I'd be able to do it. I just prefer not to go to a Loblaws store if I can avoid it, because Loblaws is kind of an asshole, and I hope under a new government, a new conservative government, they get, like, bitch slapped. They have this really bad habit of price gouging during COVID, and having a handful of, like, controversies around being a piece of shit. So I don't completely avoid them, but I prefer not to go there. But also, Food Basics has a canned soup that I really like. Gym bags make great grocery bags. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Gym bags would be great for that. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. Pat, 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 food. Dang gosh, that sure is a good idea you got there. I have a little wheelie bag, and then I have a fabric bag. And this, I have like a canvas bag, canvas fabric, and it's like a backpack. It's not like one of those like, it's not like a sack. It's like a proper backpack. It's got a bunch of pockets in it and stuff. And it is great. I use it for traveling because it's the size of a carry-on, because it's a backpack. And it is fan-fucking-tastic. I love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna need another one of these when I get the next one. Okay. That's fine, because guess what? We have enough money for this corner. This corner belongs to me now. It's $90,000. We have 111. I can taste it. I can taste the paint. It tastes like lead. It's delicious. Ah. The music stopped. Even a regular bike you buy from a neighbor for $30 can pull a bike trailer. Yeah. Bike trailers are fantastic. So I started doing this thing where, and Canada's weird this way, so if you are an American looking to flee to Canada, one of the things you should be aware of is when you're looking for a place to live, is to search, like just Google search, Canadian Tire, and find the Canadian Tire, and there will be a radius around the Canadian Tire. And use that to decide where you want to live, because the Canadian Tires will always be in and around specific areas, and you'll be able to find like more or less amenities around you depending on how far away from the Canadian Tire you go. I do not think this is intentional. I think this is a natural thing in Canada that just kind of happens. Yeah, you're a 15 to 20 minute walk away from the Canadian. Yeah, me too. Same. And then, like, the Canadian Tire will always be, like, near a grocery store, and near a beer store or an LCBO, and it'll be nearby, like, a pet store, and you're, like, it's always, like, in those, like, little hubby areas. So if you don't move further than, like, 30 minutes, like a 30-minute walk away from the Canadian Tire, you will be able to basically be walkable to anything you could possibly need. Toronto's a little different. Toronto is a little different. But you can usually find affordable housing or rental within a Canadian Tire radius. So I use the Canadian Tires as a reference point. Toronto's a little different, because Toronto is a beast of its own. But I found that if you're living in, like, medium to, like, small to medium-sized cities, maybe to a little bit of large, as long as it's not, like, Toronto's just really dense. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Toronto's a little bit unique. But in general, if you're looking for a place to live in Canada, find a Canadian Tire and just use that as a reference point. Because it'll basically tell you where shit is. Alright, let me double check the melons. Melons are fine. Those melons are fine. Artichokes. Is it just me or these artichokes look fucking huge? Like, do they seem gigantic to anybody else? Like, those seem like fucking look like the size of my forearm. Is that normal? This is the most annoying fucking song from Animal Crossing I've ever heard in my goddamn life. Who did this? This is terrible. Make Animal Crossing music great again. Don't you need to look into ways to legally immigrate into Canada as well? No, I live here. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm allowed to be here. I have birthright citizenship. Best ways to get a job offer. Getting a job offer from a Canadian company or going to school are two of the best ways to get into Canada. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you want to talk about, like, immigration... Immigration is, your best bet is to just go to an immigration office. Just hop over the border, just take a hop, skip, and a jump over the border for the weekend and hit up an immigration office. It's time for stretch. Hell yeah. In my opinion, the two easiest ways to get into Canada is a job offer from a Canadian company or education. a learner's, like if you are going to school at a college or a university in Canada, you get a visa for that. And you're allowed to work on that visa. So I would recommend, if you can do school or think you can take out a loan for school, do school. Just get accepted for school. And it doesn't have to be like a huge program. You can do a certificate program. You can do a 2-year certificate program. It'll cost you like $3,000 a year. Cost you $6,000. And you can use that amount of time to find work and get student living and like the amount that you're gonna, probably more than $3,000 now. You can just find a cheap one. It doesn't matter. The point is just get into school and immigrate. It doesn't matter. It's not like they discriminate based on age. So you can just get in. And you can pick whatever city you want. Already 50K in debt. What's 3K more? Well, the thing is they're not gonna care. Right? That's not really their shtick. They care if you pay them. They don't really care if you don't pay debt in America, as long as you're not, like, you know, obviously a problem, you know what I mean? Plus there are, like, lots of payment programs here and stuff. Alright, time to stretch. Oh, let's check the bills. That's the thing. Okay, bills are gone. Pat is good. Alright, we're good. I'm coming for you, red corner. I'm coming for you. Oh, they're done. Nice, let's order. Make sure you have enough funds. You can't get personal loans. Yeah. And, like, again, maybe I'm too optimistic, but I'm pretty sure so Canada is still taking immigrants. Canada is still, like, very pro-immigration for our workers. So, like, our job market still needs an influx of people. So, of, like, any variety. Like, it doesn't, like, I mean, trades are great, or, like, having experience is great, but we need, like, even just base level, entry level workers. So, our immigration is fairly robust. So, if you're trying to get in, and if I'm, again, maybe I'm being optimistic, but I think we're gonna have, Canada is on set to have, like, a boom, an economic boom. So, if within the next 5 years. So no time like the present. Yeah, they won't give you personal loans. Malaysian fantasy novel series added all of 10 books. Oh, okay, give me the details. Give details, please. Thank you. I require details about books. Thank you. This is the moon viewing. 5 million CAD Carney card. That would be very funny. So, I want to let you guys know. So, because I don't, remember I said I bought the stuff for White Russians. I wanted to tell you guys what I ended up buying because there's no Kahlua in Canada anymore. Because Kahlua is an American company. So, there's no Kahlua on Canadian liquor shelves. So, what is on Canadian liquor shelves, because Kahlua is a coffee liqueur. For anybody who doesn't know what Kahlua is, coffee liqueur. So what I got instead is South American, and I'm not gonna lie, it's better. It's got a far more rich flavor to it. Kahlua almost tastes watered down. It is 26.5% alcohol per volume. The bottle is 1.14 liters. The only thing I don't know is the price comparison, because Kahlua is gone. So there is no price to compare to. And it's called Bolivar. 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 Coffee liqueur. Made from freshly ground South American gourmet coffee beans. Savor the deep roasted flavor and enjoy Bolivar in your coffee, over ice, straight up, on ice cream, or in any recipe that calls for a coffee liqueur. I put it in my tea this morning, and I put a little bit. So I've tried it in 2 different types of tea. I tried it in orange pico tea, and I tried it in Earl Grey with a little bit of vanilla and a little bit heavy on the milk. Very good, and it makes a really good White Russian. So it's not as sweet as Kahlua is, though. So if you're looking for like the sugary sweet, you're gonna need to add more sugar or some kind of simple syrup to whatever it is that you're having, to imitate the Kahlua. But Kalua's got that artificial sweet flavor. This stuff does not. Have I tried Everclear? Yes, I believe I have. Yes. I'm trying to remember if it was vodka, though. It's grain, right? Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. American. Yes, I've had Everclear. I remember preferring Grey Goose. Grey Goose. Gay Goose. I liked it because it had the word gay in it. Yeah, I've had Everclear. There's a rum version as well. I can't remember what it's called though. It's fucking crazy. Amarula. I've had Amaretto. Amarula. Also South Africa. Oh, it's a cream liqueur. Yeah, okay, yeah, this one is not a cream liqueur. It's definitely not. Like, it doesn't have that thick. The cream part is not included, for sure, in the Bolivar. Or Bolivar. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. But, quite good. Great for White Russians? Yum. Oh! We sell 8 boxes of milk. Yeah, give me that. Milk! I didn't mean to put that there. Oh, whatever, it can go there, who cares? never need to buy milk again. Apparently I'm gonna have to refill my stock of extra pop. Them milk bags. People make fun of Canada for being like the milk bag place, but it's really only in like 1.5 provinces. Like it's really popular in Ontario, like specifically Southern Ontario, which is obviously like the place that a lot of Americans deal with for the most part. So like it makes sense that there's that misconception, but it's really not in a lot of Canada. Doesn't do that. Which is really funny to me. All that milk threw off my groove. I should have just left it outside. Was that 11? It sounds like Chow music. It's Christmas Eve. Well, maybe the checkouts will be less full if you guys stop giving me fucking pennies. Losers. See, that lady knows what's up. Great change. Hell yeah. Could rob Ford. I could not rob Ford to live in South Ontario. Yeah. Yeah. I live in South Ontario. I think it's fine. Like, I've been to nicer places, and there are definitely places I would rather live. But, like, for the infrastructure and what's here, it's pretty good. The internet is slowly becoming more reliable northbound, so that's nice. The expense of living is... could be better. Rob Ford was definitely a character, yeah. Definitely a character. Honestly, I don't know if I preferred him or his brother. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like fucking... Oh, this is the New Year's Eve countdown. To me, this one sounds like it's a better version of the Roller Coaster Tycoon music. Like the carnival... Rod Ford is a Trailer Park voice character! Listen, just because you're right doesn't mean you should say it. Good God, how you gonna do him like that? This man is dead, how dare you? The clown music came on, that's why we started talking about Rob Ford. There, I did it. Good God. Yeah, haha! There we go. Seeing him jump for joy when America's beat the 2014 Olympics when something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The clown level of Rob Ford was worse, whereas his brother seems to keep his public drug use under check. Tends to assault fewer people on Parliament. Fair enough. Fair enough. I remember people responding to finding out Doug Ford was smoking crack with, yeah, but does he handle, like, our politics well? Because I don't think we care that much. Which is like, what a take. What a hot take as... to be like, yeah, do we care how much illicit drugs he does as long as he's, like, you know, being a good mayor? I'm like, I guess. Fair enough. Seriously, Doug has able to handle the public better than Rob could. I agree with that. But I'm told on reasonable authority that behind the scenes Doug does what the Ford family does in private. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. You can always trust a crackhead to manage money. Listen, I'm not here to judge in that regard. I try to judge people on their policies, not necessarily about who they are as people. It's like, you know, it's like the death of the author, right? It's the death of the politician. I don't care what... One of the things is, though, is it's hard to separate what people's personal beliefs are from their politics, because a lot of those are intertwined in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of, like, personality politics, which, you know, sucks, but it's sort of the way it is. But I try not to be, like, too judgmental. I don't want to assume that just because a policy went through that I don't agree with personally means that I think Trudeau, for example, is a bad person. Because sometimes he's also putting things through that he doesn't want to get, like, he doesn't actually want to go through because that's the direction that people are voting, or, like, the momentum of politics at the time, right? So... Space Karen knows how the Ford family parties. They share some of their vices, allegedly. Yeah. I mean, you know. I'm down for the decriminalization of drugs. Overall. I'm sure there are exceptions to the rule, but I'm not somebody who knows enough about every single drug out there to make that call. But that there would be exceptions, but I would stick with the experts, and I think decriminalization and incentives are better than prohibition. I don't think prohibition works effectively. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a guy. I did hear that Kent Hovind lost his 4th wife. So congratulations to that lady for getting the fuck away from Kent Hovind. Gangs are running the country. It's so odd to me that Donald Trump simultaneously is actually the person running the country, but also has zero control over the country. Like, it's so weird. It's such a double speak thing going on that I just find incredibly bizarre. Yeah. I will take a horrid private racist who succeeds in passing anti-racist law versus a good person who does nothing. Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, personal politics and personal beliefs have to take a seat to actually getting things done. And it's, like, a level of pragmatism that I think a lot of people aren't okay with. And I don't think they should be, right? Like, I think a lot of people shouldn't be okay with shaking hands with the racist across the hall from you, because that's not politics, that's your day-to-day life. Right? But that's not politics. In politics, you have to. What do you mean I can't throw there? The fuck I can't. I'll throw wherever I damn well please, game. You don't fucking... I'll throw there, I'll throw here, I'll throw up. You can't stop me. Laws are for the peasants. Yeah, that's a problem. I agree with you. That's absolutely a problem. There's also, like, the things that I also will, like, agree and disagree with. And opinions that I'll have that I'm not necessarily willing to share in certain settings, because sometimes timing is everything, where, like, I'll have an opinion and I'll be like, listen, this is just my opinion, and I admit that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So instead of talking about it online and sharing my uninformed dipshit opinion, I'll keep it to my fucking self and shut my fucking pie hole. Because the answer is that I don't know and I don't understand, and so I have an opinion on this, but I'm probably not correct. You know what I mean? And so I'll just keep that shit to myself, or I'll wait until there's a better time to have that discussion. Like, there are some discussions that are just not viable to be having at every single time of the day, right? Like, and in an ideal world, it wouldn't be that way, but we're not in an ideal world, so there's a degree of sensibility that and tact that you need to have when it comes to what you're deciding you want to talk about. Save the pie hole for cheese. Yes. Yes. Drug policies. Yeah, there's a problem with hypocrisy. There's just a problem with... There's a problem with what I would call gluttonous excess. And so when I say gluttonous excess, I mean people that are living a life of massive consumption in a way that is, and living in an amount of excess that is outside of any societal standard of living. Like, if anybody in your neighborhood was living this way under any other circumstances, they would be collapsing, and or it would be wholly unacceptable. But I specifically call it gluttonous excess, not, oh, they're doing a lot of drugs and aren't punished for it. Because I'm like, no. I don't care about the doing a lot of drugs. I care about the doing a lot of drugs thing and having to live by and being allowed to live by different societal rules because the only punishment for double parking is monetary. Right? And so obviously people need help when it comes to drug addiction, but clearly the excess at which they are living, like the excess of money, the excess of time, the excess of, like, there's no motivation for these people to actually be contributing to society because there's no fucking driving factor because they already have everything. And, like, this isn't arbitrary. Like, I'm not pulling this out of my ass off of observation alone. There have been studies done that, yeah, caffeine addiction, absolutely. There are studies that have been done about, like, the effects of, and it's, like, basically just keeping up with the Joneses, and the psychological effect of having too much excess of anything. Like, by definition, because it's already too much, it's already bad for you. So that applies to money. You can have too much money, and you can probably put a pretty clear number on that, but the number would be defined by a percentage more than other people. It'd be a relative percentage, not just like a literal thing, right? Yeah, yes, an excess of moderation would be bad for you. It's defined by by being too much. Too much moderation isn't good. You can't treat both sides like they're equal all of the time, because they're not equal. You're deluding yourself. You can also moderate a debate too much as well, where you're not letting people actually get their point across. And sometimes it's healthy to let loose once in a while. If you're too moderated, you're never gonna be able to, like, relax. It's too restrictive. Fully of moderation, one side says genocide, one side says no. So half a genocide. Yeah. Why did this music get really fucking annoying? Like, it was really good, and then it's just like, oh, it's because it's the party music, that's why. It's like all the New Year's stuff, and... fucking... it's just insane. It's just chaos. Oh, thank you very much for the stretch. I will take that momentarily. I don't need that. I need Nick. Nice! Alright! Yeah. We're at, oh my god, we have fucking $107,000. Guess what we're doing? Are you guys ready? This is the sound of madness. You guys want to hear the sound that I have? You don't have to be in tomorrow till 9 so you can stay up late. Let's go. I want to tell you guys about my lawful evil cleric. His name is Justa, with the U with the umlaut, and his last name is Guy. And the other characters don't know his last name yet, so they haven't figured out that his name is just a guy. And he has brown hair, and he has green eyes, and he is like very generic looking, and he's like 6 feet tall. He's not super tall, he's not super short, he's sitting around that 6-foot area. He's relatively built, but he's not super thick. And he's a cleric. He's a lawful evil cleric of Asmodeus. But the players do know that he's a lawful evil cleric of Asmodeus. Nazi cowards like to put on the mantle of libertarians and then play the populist game, oppressing and attacking a subgroup such as trans people. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I got some music to go with him, so I'm gonna put on the music real quick. So this is every time he walks in a room, sorry, not a room, a scene. Anytime he enters a scene, this is what plays. Back, blah, 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 right? And so he was dying, and my character was off doing something and then came to join later. And so they're like, oh, there's a cleric here. Do we want to let them in? And they were like, yeah, let the cleric in. And so so my character walks into the room, and it just immediately is just... And so yeah, I can see what I can do to heal your brother, because yeah, of course I'm a fucking because of course I am a cleric. I heal people. I'm a life cleric. One of the things that I'm incredibly good at is healing people and curing people of diseases and poisons and all that good shit. But also I'm evil as fuck. So I was having fun with that. And so I came up with some theme songs for the character. This was one of the main ones. I've got two. I got this one, I got this one. So I'll play the first one. But yes, it is Bleach. It's specifically Gin. Fake Katakuri, yes, fake Katakuri to town. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. I'm so happy that somebody knew what I was talking about. Yay. So if you guys have any other music along these lines of this, like, kind of slightly uncanny, a little bit, like, spooky themes that you think would work well with my lawful evil life cleric of Asmodeus, send it to me so I can use it in my game. Because I, like, legit just pull the sound up and start playing it on my phone while I'm playing at the table. 1 box of rice? Really, dude? Can I upsell you? There are no products being turned upside down yet, as far as I know. $224.26. Let's go. I'm gonna get copyrighted for that on YouTube later, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Bleach has a lot of problems. One of the things that I really like the art, but it does suffer from same face syndrome a little bit. Which is, you know, you know. It happens. I try not to be too judgmental, you know. Alright, are you guys ready? It's time. The time has come. We finally did it. Dragon Ball has way worse same face syndrome than Bleach does, for sure. Yes, comparatively, absolutely. 261.99. Holy shit, bros, breaking the bank. Pennies. Take them. I hate you. Give me that! Give me that! Have you ever been a cashier and somebody's like handing you something and then they're like, no, I'm not handing it to you. Oh, no, I'm not handing it to you. I'll kill you, man. I will end your existence. I will shoot my laser beam eyes through your face. I hate you. Close the store. Get out, 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 get out. Leave. Wondering about the store's area. Seems to be things in your store in BC just over the border. Ooh, maybe. So there are a lot of stores in Canada that are just over the border that take, that were accepting American currency because they're so close to the border. And, they recently just stopped accepting it. They were like, we're not taking American coinage anymore. Like, we refuse. And I just think that's hilarious. I just think that's funny, because it was just a thing that, like, they never were obligated to. They just did it out of, like, you know, convenience and of being friendly and nice guys. And now they just stopped now. And I think that's a lot of what's sort of gone on, right? A lot of what's gone on is that, like, Canadians just went out of their way to do friendly, neighborly things for Americans to make life easier for everybody involved and, like, make things a little bit more convenient. And then one of the things that Canada did was they just stopped doing that. And, like, the Americans are, like, really mad about it. They're like, oh, wait, this sucks. Why does this suck so bad? And it's like, well, you know, shut up. That's what you get. No cookies for you. Gas station down the road for you has the liqueur and cigarettes covered up and can't sell at this time. I don't remember when it started, but I think it was months ago when the tariffs happened. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. This situation is definitely interesting. Like, I'll give it that much. Like, it is very interesting. There's so much to talk about and so many, like, little nuances, and there's, like, it's very interesting, and seeing how everybody's responding and, like, what's going on, and both individuals and cities and, like, people on a whole, like, crazy. Why are you getting produce from New York? So I don't know if the produce is from New York or if the company is called New York. There are a lot of companies in Canada. So we know this isn't a Canadian store, or at least that the store is not located in Canada because it's got pennies. And I did everything to get rid of the pennies and the game told me no. And there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm really, really upset, alright? You don't have to reopen that wound, okay? Alright? Thank you. On the other hand, there are a lot of stores in Canada, like food chains in Canada, that are Canadian, that are named after American cities. Because the branding of the city allowed them to charge more. And they are now regretting that decision. You always go to the ATM to obtain Canadian currency as your first stop. Then you stop by Tim's to buy a double-double in order to get some small change. I do this out of respect for Chesh, as I assume people will always want USD. Oh, I do this out of respect. Oh, to me. Because, yeah. So, like, a lot of border stores used to take American currency, and now they're just not doing that anymore, which, you know, fine, respect. They never were obligated to, so, like, I think that's fine. I think it's a silent way of protesting a little bit, which I think is okay, with it well within the bounds of not causing anybody any harm. It might cause some inconvenience, but yeah, welcome to protesting. All protesting is supposed to be slightly inconvenient and uncomfortable. That's the point. But I appreciate people going out of their way to have the money that you have the currency of the place they're visiting. I think that should probably be standard practice. It's always been standard practice whenever I've traveled. So, like, if I was buying stuff when I went to Mexico, if I was buying stuff in Mexico, I would use Mexican currency. You're allergic to the $5 bill? Wait, why? Who's on the $5 bill? Is that the one with John A. McDonald on it? Yes, it was the one that did have... Yeah, it's got, the Monarch. What, the $5 bill? Wait, hold on. Who's on the Canadian $5 bill? Now, I know they changed it a little while ago, but most of them aren't in circulation yet. Now it's Terry Fox, but who used to be on it? Because I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. Oh, Wilfrid Laurier was the Prime Minister. The monarch was Victoria, Edward, and George V. But the person on the bill was Wilfrid Laurier. Canadian lawyer, statesman, and politician who served as the 7th Prime Minister of Canada from 1896 to 1911. The first French-Canadian Prime Minister. Had a 15-year tenure, remains the longest uninterrupted term in office. Well, all of our money had the Queen on the other side of it. Like, all of our coinage had the Queen on it. I don't know... I'm pretty sure they're gonna be reprinting it and it'll have... You're talking about Queen Elizabeth or Queen Victoria? Because the answer is yes. The Monarch is on all of our money. I don't think they're on our bills anymore, though. I think the Monarch has been removed from our bills. But I believe the Monarch is on all of our... Yeah, no, it's been Wilfrid Laurier for a while. I don't know how... John A. McDonald was on the $10 bill, but they took him off the $10 bill and replaced him. The Monarch... Oh, you're thinking of the $20 bill. The green one. The green one is the $20 bill. Had the Queen on it. Yeah. The $10 bill has been changed. So, okay. The $10 bill has been changed from John A. McDonald and is now Viola Desmond. For anybody who doesn't know who Viola Desmond is, she is like a more aggressive version of America Rosa Parks. So he was replaced with her instead. The $20 bill was Queen Elizabeth II, specifically. The $20 bill is being updated to feature King Charles. And then it was announced that Terry Fox was going to be for the next edition of the $5, and Wilfrid Laurier was being moved to the $50, and the current $50 is Mackenzie King. So there's a whole shift going on right now. But you're thinking of the $20 bill, not the $5 bill. I got it. We figured it out. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Queen Elizabeth was also on the $2 bill, and then also on the $20 bill, but then we don't have $2 bills anymore. The $2 bill. What did I just say? That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm stupid. The $2 bill. So yeah, the monarchs are... it doesn't surprise me that there is at least a monarch on one of our dollar bills, but they also all are on the other side of our coinage right now. I don't know how much longer that'll last. I just think it's a little bit lower on our priority list because we just don't give a shit. It's just not something that Canadians care about. For better or for worse, if you know what I mean. Kid got arrested for using a $2 bill. That is not something you would get arrested for in Canada. People would just be confused. They'd be like, what? You wouldn't get arrested. That's nuts. That's extreme. That's an odd phrase. Yes, it would. I would know the green dollar bill. Yeah. How long before Trump is on money? Okay, if I were in charge, I would be getting rid of the dollar paper, the dollar money paper. Imitate the loonie, and then put Trump on the loonie because he'd be super happy about it because it's gold. It's gold colored. The $1 coin in Canada that has a loon on it would have... Just put him on the back of everything like he's a monarch, like the way we do with our monarch. He's on the $5 million one. That's not a currency though. That's a citizenship. Donald Trump is on all of your citizenships. Ew. That's terrible. Gross. Disgusting. Absolutely horrid. What a nightmare. And as much as all of this is gonna suck for Canada and like how bad this is for everybody, this is like probably the best thing that could happen to us, and I'm like I'm kind of sorry, but I'm kind of here for it. It's just like there's a lot of things that were already in motion that have just been kicked into high gear that were already happening anyway, that are now happening at like triple the speed because Trump is just an active problem. And I'm kind of like okay with that. It sucks for America because like American people are gonna suffer for it a lot more than they would have with a slower changeover. But you know, that's kind of a you problem. I don't mean to sound callous, but like you voted for it. Like, what do you want from me? If you don't like it, do something about it, I guess. And call on Canada to deliver us some freedom. Tell you what, change to the metric system and then we'll talk. Billy Mays here. Oh, so I wanted to tell you guys, what are of all of the evil deeds that my character has gotten up to recently. So I got to play like sort of my first session as this character, as my evil aligned life cleric of Asmodeus. And one of the first things I did was I questioned a bandit who was gonna kill us in our sleep and steal our stuff, and had already murdered multiple people, and was part of a group that was ravaging and murdering. And he tried to lie to me, so I took my knife and I put it in his mouth and threatened that I was gonna cut his tongue out if he didn't tell me the truth. He told me where the other bandits were, and then I killed him. And then I was going to give the other bandits an opportunity to repent, but the rest of the party murdered all of them before I got the opportunity. So, you know, I killed some lawbreakers. I killed a singular bandit. I then proceeded to rescue the two dead people. So there were two corpses that the bandits still had of the people that they had just robbed the night before, and I cast a spell called Gentle Repose, which kept the corpses from either being possessed or rotting or anything like that. And then I performed a religious rite for the passing of the bandits that were all dead, and burned their bodies. Then I took the money that was left on the bandits, and I used that to get 3 diamonds worth 500 gold pieces each, so I could cast Raise Dead, so I could resurrect the two merchants that were killed, the two corpses. And that was their money that they had, so I used their money to get the components to revivify them. I haven't revivified them yet because I had to go and burn almost all of my spell slots and cast 6 rituals to save an NPC, which was, like I said, when I entered that room and there was a sick brother. It took me 6 rituals and 6 out of my fucking 16 spell slots to save this man. 4 spells, of which I could not use because I needed higher than first level spells to do it. And I had 4 first level spells and 16 total spells. I only used 1 first level spell slot to cast a small Cure Wounds after I was done. So, I fucking saved the shit out of this man. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I'm a cleric of Asmodeus, which means I am lawful and I do things by the book and I have contracts, basically is how I operate. I will save you, and I will follow that contract to a T, and I do not break that contract. And one of the party members, this was their brother, and so they had a reward coming in for finding the daughter, and they were going to give me a chunk of that reward, but I'm like, I don't want that, because, like, I don't want money and stuff for free. I don't, like, no, I don't get stuff for free. I take things for fair exchange, right? So, in a fair exchange, I was like, I will do what I can to save, to figure out what's wrong with your brother and save him if possible, in exchange for that portion of the whatever, the reward. And god damn it if I didn't do it. My character's great. Alright, are you guys ready? It's time. It's time to get this corner. Are you excited? Are you fucking hype? Get fucking hype. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's happening. It's happening. After how many hours? How many hours? We are gonna do it. We are gonna do it. $90,000. Section 18. We have $20,000 left over. We've already bought all of our product. It's gone. The fucking green, the red doom has left us. We're free. Oh my god. We did it. We fucking did it, everybody. Oh my god. You know what? I kind of like these pockets, so I'm gonna leave this here because I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. Cause like then there should be another one here, and then one here, and another one here, and like we still gotta figure out how we're gonna make. Fuck. We gotta figure out how we're gonna make this corner work. I'm just gonna put that there for now, and that'll be fine. But. Oh my god, we did it. We did it. It's open. Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 more to go? How many more do we have? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, there are 5 more to go. The next one is $102,000, which, you know, I feel way more optimistic to get. But we can also get next time, tomorrow when we play, we're gonna get the next license. But we have been live for 2 hours. So we're gonna call it there. And next time we're gonna get the next set of produce. We're gonna shuffle the store around. And then we're gonna go for our next major upgrade. Oh my god. The red wall has been defeated. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for shopping at Mert Mart, where you shop smart. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. This has been a lot of fun. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Thank you for joining me. I'll be live tomorrow on the YouTube channel if you want to talk more politics and look at Project 2025, but the Temu Canadian version. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you on Debate Hub. Bye!